What's up, guys? Ricky here with another review on the Cosmic Legion's Tusk Science Officer. And yeah, this one's cool. This one at first I was kind of turned off by and wasn't really going to get it because I was like, it's just plain white with blue. But the more I started looking at it, I mean, they do have like a metallic finish they put over it. I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but it's like a metallic gloss, which you'll be able to see when we get out of the package. The blue is kind of plain there. I do like the blue accents though. This thing would probably benefit from a wash. So I may look into that, you know, because I haven't customized any yet. And I don't want to customize it too much because I want to keep it pretty true to the original character. So if that's the case, what I might do is just take, probably not a black, because that'll be pretty dark, but maybe like maybe a gray, like a medium gray wash. And yeah, just kind of go over the figure with that. I think that'll look really good. It'll really bring out the textures more and kind of just give it some depth. And then, who knows, I might dry brush a little, maybe a different tone of white over the top just to see, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Looks like we got weapons in there, which are pretty nice. You got some extra hands. You have a head there that is just purple. Looks like purple, possibly with a wash. It's kind of hard to tell right now. And then you have a little thing, a little, what do you call that? Hologram, I guess. Kind of cool. Okay, here's the back of the package. So we got all those there, looking really cool. And then if you want to read his actual bio, you can read it here and pause your screen. Okay, perfect. Really cool action shot there. And nice. Okay, so let's open this up and see what we're looking at. Okay, here's the science officer out of the package. And this figure is way cooler than I thought it was going to be. I remember seeing it just kind of plain white in the box and was just like, oh, it seems unfinished. But it's crazy because once you have it set up and everything on it, all the accessories, it actually looks very, it doesn't look out of place, I'll put it that way. Like, it looks like it's like a all white NASA spacesuit type thing. It actually looks really cool. So details, like I said, so it's white, just kind of plain white. It is a little bit on the glossy side, and they did put a little bit of a sheen to it. So I'm not sure, you can see it a little bit of the sheen as it goes around. Yeah, you can definitely see it kind of showing up there a little bit, and you can see it's almost like a pearlescent color. So, which is kind of nice. So like I said, I might put a wash on this. I'm still debating. If I do, best practice if you don't customize, you'll want to wash the figure first with some Dawn soap to get the grease off of it, like aftermarket grease. And then what you're going to do is then you'll just apply the wash after it dries, and it'll stick much better. I've tried to do it before knowing about that, and yeah, your wash will tend to beat up and not stick very well. So that's just good food for thought if you're wanting to do that real quick. But yeah, it came with a lot of cool accessories. So I love this head. I really do. Really cool head. So the white and the blue contrast nicely. I like the little hologram skull thing. That's really, really cool. All the silver weapons look just fine. And this is cool, is it's got like backwards, almost like horse legs at the bottom, which I didn't see at the back, but it's the only figure that has that. And that's actually really, really cool that they decided just to change it just for this figure to give him just some uniqueness. So it did come with 2 hands, by the way, and also came with an extra head. So this is the extra head, and it looks like they did a, let's see, so they did a wash. So it's purple, and they did a wash on the top of it, a darker purple wash. And it filled up some of the creases, not super deep. You can see some of them it did. Sorry if it got out of focus there. Some there, so you can definitely see where it kind of showed up on there. But it looks pretty good, looks nice. It's funny that it's in the shape of the helmet. So it's not the helmet, it's the shape of his head. It's kind of funny. But yeah, this thing's pretty sweet. So let's get into the articulation. Okay, so security officer. So your head, it's gonna look up about that far. So it doesn't look up too far, looks down a little bit. You do get a head tilt, you do get rotation. This thing just clips on, or doesn't really clip on, just kind of sets on, and it does actually fit in kind of snug, so that's nice. Your arms go up, and they are pretty tight, at least when you get it, which I'm finding rather than tight than loose. You can get them up about 90 degrees, but you're kind of forcing it a little bit. You can hear that plastic get up. You have single jointed elbows with rotation. You do have wrist articulation, so rotation and pivot, or sorry, rotation and articulation as well. You do have a waist swivel. So swivels up, you get a little bit of movement back, a little bit forward, not too much, a little bit of side to side. And then your legs go up almost 90 degrees. These are not articulated, by the way, this little horse looking thing here. You do have knees, single jointed, so go up almost 90 degrees, and you get a nice rotation there. You do have ankle pivot and articulation, which is nice. So overall, it's articulated, not too bad, pretty good. You get a lot of good stuff with it. Okay, here we go. Here's a good size comparison. And what we're looking at, as you can see, we got the 4 Tusk soldiers, right? All stand about the same size there in the middle. We have T.U.5.C.C on the right. Then we have Kragnar in the very back. And then we have a few other brands. We have NECA Predator on the left, and we have McFarlane Medieval Spawn on the right. And you can see, so it fits in actually pretty darn good. So let's check size real quick. So looks like the pilot stands about 7 inches tall, and it looks like it's about 6 3/4 inches for the Operative 83 and the Sentry. So just a little bit shorter, and it might just be that style. You have the NECA Predator that stands about 8 1/4 inches tall, Kragnar, which stands about 9 1/2 inches tall, Aegis that stands about 8 1/4 inches tall, and then you have Medieval Spawn, stands about 7 1/2, 8 1/4 if you count the little mohawk at the top. So overall fits in really good with those type of scales. So I'm sure it looks good in 6-inch scale, but 7-inch scale it works just as well. And I guess let's do centimeters. Sorry, I almost jumped over there real quick for our centimeter people. So it looks like we're at 17 1/2 centimeters, about 18 centimeters. You have about 21 centimeters. And it looks like Kragnar back there is somewhere around 25 centimeters tall. So there we go. Okay, final thoughts on the Tusk security or science officer. Wait, what is this again? Science officer. I don't know why I just drawn a blank. Okay, final thoughts. This thing's pretty sweet, so I really like it. Like I said, turned out way better than I imagined. Just kind of purchasing it because, like I said, saw it in the box, looked a little on the plain side once you open it up and kind of mess around with it and put all the accessories. Like the body mold on it is phenomenal. The textures, details, not a lot of paint application, but overall, I don't necessarily know if it needs it, which is really cool. So love all the accessories, just a little, the attention to detail. So very, very cool. So yeah, other than that, thank you for checking it out. I'll keep bringing reveals, reviews, customizations, etc. to you all. And I'll let you know if I decide to customize this. I'll make a video of that process. But in the meantime, have a good one, and I'll see you on the next video.